Hey, two live show, two live show, two live show, two live show. We got facts. That's exact. Keep it lit all the time. Two live show, two live show. She got views, I got views, point of views. You can choose, can't lose. Two live show. Hey, we back. Welcome back, season 3, the remix. Anyway, nice to see you all. I'm back with my co-host. She's healthy and feeling better. You know what I'm saying? Why don't you explain yourself what was going on?
First of all, I sent my kids back to school for about a year and a half, 2 years, not even a sniffle. Within a month going back to school, one got COVID, the other one, they're both asymptomatic.
Yes.
I just happened to get them tested and they both came back positive.
Uh,
So I'm like, feeling invincible because I got the vaccination.
yeah, which one was that one?
I got the Pfizer.
Oh, okay.
And so,
It's
FDA approved.
Hey,
So, then, 2 weeks Monday, all of a sudden, it was like Def was like, "Yo, it's good seeing you." I was like, I did not expect to see you anytime
You're all
soon.
young and
I was
fine,
like, I was
vibrant.
like,
What you
shit.
doing down here?
I was like, what the fuck, man? I thought I was gonna see about 50 years from now. They're like, nah, nigga, come on. So I felt literally.
So what was the first thing?
It was the first thing. It was like my body. I felt like I got hit with like a 16-wheeler truck.
Damn.
Yeah, it was hell. And then I just start sweating profusely, just sweating. I would not stop sweating. Then every time I stood up, my head would just get really dizzy. I thought I was gonna fall out.
Damn.
I felt like I was gonna vomit, but I couldn't. The next day, I lost my sense of taste and smell. Smelled nothing. And I was like, what the fuck?
Wow.
Yeah, it was crazy.
So it hit you like you didn't have the shot.
Yeah. So then what made me mad was everybody in the house was fine. Yeah. Kids running around. I'm just like, man, what is it? So they're like, you just gotta rest it out. So my sister, who works at the CDC, she was like, just try walking. She was like, don't sleep. Don't sleep. So I went.
Let it fest in you, that mucus, yeah.
So I went and I walked around my neighborhood and I'm in pretty good shape. I was struggling. I was like, wow. So day 5, it was I'll go my temperature would go up and down. I had a slight little thing of diarrhea. It was I'm sorry. It was terrible.
Part of the process.
So then, the second week going into it, my chest had all this pressure. It was I could feel the mucus. I couldn't even lay down on my stomach because that's how much my chest hurt. So
serious shit.
I finally called my doctor and they're like, look, we're gonna give you some medication, take the inhaler and some Mucinex with codeine in it. That little Wayne lean. And
okay.
Yeah, so
that's when it's purposely used the right way.
Right. Yeah. So then I took it and I was better. So I tested on Tuesday. Everything came back negative. My kids tested yesterday and it came back negative. So, everybody.
So there's a duration of how long? Or 2 weeks?
About 2 weeks for me. Kids was 3 days. They're like,
hey man, you know what I'm saying? You don't believe it's real, even when you get the vaccine. Don't mean, see, I told you. You can. Hey, it's better to deal with it that way than to not have the vaccine and then trying to get in the hospital. And you did this all at home, right?
Yeah, I thought I was gonna I don't know how
you don't have the vaccine, or if your immune system is not fighting enough to do what she did, but she did have the vaccine. Then you're gonna be waiting in line in a long ass hallway at the hospital or outside. So you can keep playing around Russian roulette, you know what I'm saying, all you want, but hey, that's on you too. Each his own.
Yeah, and people
I'm running this bitch healthy though.
Who don't and people keep dying. I'm an anti-vaxxer and they die the next day. I don't.
Yeah,
I
they
can't.
be the main ones get sick, and then their family and all that.
So wait a minute, you got some good news to tell our.
Hey, you know what I'm saying? I'm making boss moves around here. I am now, the place I used to formerly known as Rick's Styles and Cuts is no longer. We're at Opulence Hair Studios. That's me, co-owner. You know what I'm saying? Putting my money where my mouth is, making boss moves. So, you know what I'm saying? Look for that. You know what I'm saying? We going high end in the shop. So, expect the best. And you always get that anyway, when you deal with me. So,
Facts.
So that's the major move right there, and gonna build it up to what I know it can be, and that's what we do. We make major moves around this thing.
We need quality businesses in our neighborhoods. Yeah.
Yes. So what we got with the current events?
Current events. So the big one is
crazy shit.
The big one is the R. Kelly verdict. They came
Yeah,
back.
man.
Hey,
I'm gonna keep it 100. I was like, man, this dude ain't. And then I watched this Surviving R. Kelly, man, on Netflix. It's like help, like watch it, nigga, watch it. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna watch it. Man, I couldn't stop watching that shit. That shit. I mean, not like I wanted to see all the nasty shit, just to hear the females explain how he had them trained, and they like literally the shit seems so vivid and real. You can't be acting this shit. So it kind of turned me to the, what I'm saying, nigga, you something wrong with you. Like you was fucked up in the head. So he need to stay in jail, or really need some. He should have got some mental evaluations when he was way younger, back in the the early R. Kelly days. That first verdict, they should have put his ass somewhere and got him checked out. Then whoever was his people around him. But when you got the money, and you got all yes men around you, they'll drive you to the wheels fall off, and they literally rode this dude to the wheels fall off, and they knew the shit was dead wrong. We gotta treat our black women a lot better, men.
Girls.
Black men, we gotta treat our black men, black women better, and our daughters, we gotta teach them values and stop having them learn from Cardi B and Megan Thee Stallion how to dance and all this ignorant shit. Keep your little girl in some kind of activity at school. You know what I'm saying? That's all I want to say about that. That makes me want to keep females like real safe out here in these streets. Cause if you don't, it's a R. Kelly in your family. Y'all niggas don't talk about. It's a R. Kelly in your friends. One of your friends. Y'all know some R. Kellys, so let's not pretend like that's a anomaly. Y'all know something in your own family, so let's keep it 1,000.
Yeah, like it was reading what all the girls are saying, and there were two guys. I was like,
yeah.
And like what hurts me more is like Aaliyah's being dragged back in this. And like I didn't know he was messed with her when she was 13.
Yeah.
And there's no excuse for that. And like the people who enabled him, they also need to be held to the fire because he wasn't doing that shit by himself. And the people who knew about it.
But they say if you don't get judged in the court, then you eventually will get judged. Your conscience will fuck with you.
Yeah,
so
like
I know it ain't always about you going to the pit of hell. To each his own about what they believe in as far as that concerned. But I believe your conscience, it gets to you and fucks you up. That's why people go crazy and start telling about what they did.
Also, what I found interesting was like you have a group of men who was like, well, they're 16 and you don't know what you're doing. So like, you don't understand. Even though they're 16, they have a child's mindset. You're a 27, 20-year-old grown man. The mindset is completely different. And if you think it's okay for a man to prey on a child, even though physically, they're ready for sex. Physically, they're ready to be moms. But that doesn't mean that you go do it. Like, it's like if a 15 or 16-year-old...
different society now.
Yeah, if a 15 or 16-year-old boy approached me as an adult female, I'm like, hell no. So, like, if you think that because they're coming at you and you can't control your penis and your urges, then that says more about you than the girl. Because as an adult, you're supposed to shut it down. But yeah, I hope he steps in the name of that cell block. So... good for him.
Oh, shout out to my homeboy. Also, it will help you if you know how to co-parent. You know what I'm saying? This is written by my boy Corey Lanier. Go check that out on Amazon. Great book for all these new relationships, dealing with kids. All of us are getting in new relationships, and everybody got kids nowadays. So let's keep it 1,000. This book will help you out. Go check it out on Amazon. Good read, good buy. My boy Corey Lanier, he did that on there.
Good job, Corey. And shout out to one of our viewers, Jackson. He had a birthday this week. So thank you, Jackson, for watching.
Oh, another shout out to my boy Zay. He's supposed to be on here next week.
Cool.
So this is the challenge, my boy. Get on here, cause
good.
I ain't gonna keep chasing you down, bro. You got something to say for the youngin', and come on here and say it. You know what I'm saying?
And my sister had my nephew Phoenix about a week ago.
Yeah.
So welcome to the world, Phoenix. For your aunt gets better, I'll be seeing you soon, little Bella. We love it.
Let's take care of our daughters.
Yeah, I was a boy. She named me Phoenix.
Well, my fault. Let's take care of the sons too, so they can't be stupid ass boys. Yeah. Let's do that too.
So we got the debt ceiling.
Yeah, man. These ignorant ass Republicans, they acting like, you know what I'm saying, they ain't spend any money at all when Trump was in there, and he threw about like $5 trillion on there himself in that 4 years. So now this is something that's normal. You know, all of us got to educate ourselves for is, you know, the branches of government and just knowing these things about what's going on around us. Because when you be like, man, they ain't giving me my check for you work for the, you know, the Department of Education or whatever you work for that's federal. If they don't get the debt ceiling signed by tomorrow or by tonight, then you ain't getting your check. The veterans ain't getting they VA checks. The Social Security ain't getting their check. Like, this shit is real shit. So let's pay attention to stuff like this. You know, this goofy ass person we got is Republicans in Georgia. Georgia should not be a Republican state in no form or fashion. If you stay in Bucktown, Georgia, then I can understand that. But if you stay anywhere in the surrounding areas of the perimeter, where people are actually existing and coexisting and understand, you know what I'm saying, this is a melting pot. We're in America. All your ancestors migrated from here, migrated to here. So as immigrants, so let's not pretend like we USA, we don't want no more. Yeah, y'all come from immigrants. So, you know, if you don't know what you're doing out there, then, you know what I'm saying, learn the shit. But yeah, that debt ceiling don't get signed by tonight or by tomorrow. We're gonna be shit up creek on a lot of us. And I'm talking about my vets. I'm a veteran, and you know what I'm saying, I don't want my little funky little check stop coming. You know, I need that.
And then Tim Scott crapping on the George Floyd police reform bill.
Yeah, man. These persons of color that look like us, that ain't us at all, bro. This shit is sad as shit. Tim Scott, look him up, and you would think, oh, that's a white guy. No, that's a black guy in a white boy's body.
Black man.
Yeah, that's a black boy in a white man's body. He want to be white.
Yeah.
He want to be on a team so bad, just like when Buddy from I used to coach he used to go to Duke. He was like, my wife is white. I'm proud of my wife is white.
He's a new, I don't know his name.
Guy. Just like people who get on that team and just lose their fucking mind. Like, I don't mind us interracial marriages and taking care of, you know what I'm saying, or going over to the other side, don't lose your identity. You know what I'm saying? Know who you are and know where you came from. If not, then y'all need to educate yourself together. But being ignorant of shit, I can't wear blackface. Like, come on, man. Like, white folks, just stop it, bro.
And then $3.5 trillion bill never come back. We got 2 senators who are Democrats.
I don't know if you guys say super patriot, all-American, Bill American back.
I don't know, but it's
if you're not American, you not deserve to be here, Bill. But they need to name it something, because every time you name it something with the Republicans' name it, it's something with America, and them white folks love it. But as soon as we say something about Bill America,
Build Back Better,
they trying to take America and make it for the foreigners only. Like,
well, y'all, look, if you live in Arizona or West Virginia, who really needs jobs, West Virginia is like one of the poorest states in the union. I think more than half their population
not that educated
not that educated, and they're working below the minimum wage. So, you know,
shout out to Mississippi too. They hollering at West Virginia.
Yeah, Steve Mnuchin.
We behind y'all, nigga.
Yeah, Steve Mnuchin and Senator Sinema, they're from Arizona. So if you live in Arizona, y'all definitely need to holler at them and let them know we need this bill. It'll create jobs.
It's just sad. These supposed to be people of the representation of us, and they just
they're worried about they don't need to be there. So
their bottom line is just staying in power.
Right, and then finally, listen, you fucking Generation Zers, stop it, stop.
Oh, this Drake.
There is no comparison. He's not even on this guy's level. I'm gonna make sure that I check you
for being a spy, because you got to be a op, bro. I mean, come on, man. Your mom couldn't have raised you that worse or that bad that you don't know Michael Jackson is the GOAT. That's where GOAT come from, bro. I mean, who was GOAT before Michael Jackson? I ain't talking about white folks. I'm talking about us. Who was the GOAT before that? James Brown? Okay, I give him that. But I'm talking about our whole generation, since you was a little kid, every generation up to my age. We know what that sound meant.
Matter of fact, the kids here, my children.
Yeah, even the new kids.
Even the new kids know who this guy is. And Drake.
Stop.
And like, Drake. Let me just tell you something about Drake. He is the poor man's. He's a poor man's LL Cool J. I don't fuck with Drake on any level. And for them to be, and if they're like, well, they're like, well, look at his stream.
Man, stream needs,
So the thing with the stream is, here's the dominance. Are people going out to record stores buying Drake's album? No. So when Michael and all these artists were coming out, we actually had to go out to the record store.
If they had to do that, he would not be selling.
No, he would not. Then he
probably be number one, but it wouldn't be
But he comes with the package still because the NBA brought X amount of streams because he did a song with them. So they get all these deals where like, okay, if you do this, then we'll downstream X amount. So like Dre. And then his new album is just like trash.
Boy. And CLB, what you give it out of 5 stars? Real talk.
I mean, like, not only that, but then you're a grown ass man. You're calling yourself
out of 5 stars. What do you give it? 2 stars.
It's a 2, and that's right. Being nice.
I'm gonna be nicer. I'm gonna give it 2.5 stars.
I'll give it 2.
It would be 3, but I want to hear more of the one with him, like. And Jay-Z. If he would have spit some more of those instead of some off-brand shit he did at the end of the album, and some weird shit in the middle right there too. But
weird shit in the middle.
But I ain't hating on y'all new generation, bro. But man, stop it, bro. We don't be like trying to throw no old shit at y'all. Like, man, we better than y'all. We don't have to say that. It's already kind of already known.
Who's your Prince?
Yeah.
Who's your Whitney Houston? Gosh damn. Yes. Anyway, so
we're gonna stop stuff like that.
Let's
move on to the Melanin Report. Yeah.
All right.
What you got for us, sister?
So since no one wants to teach critical race theory, and I understand, because when you put the spotlight on a certain group of people, they don't look like the heroes that they want to be.
I wonder why.
I wonder. We're about to find out.
It's called history, not history.
You're right. So Elaine, 1919 on this day in Elaine, Arkansas. Anybody ever been in Elaine, Arkansas? Probably not. There was a massacre. No. They don't even know how many people actually died during it because they lost count. So in Elaine, Arkansas, you had black farmers and sharecroppers who just said, hey, we want to get paid fair wages for growing and picking cotton.
What?
That's it. They just said no. They said we just want to be paid fairly. Well, their white counterparts said, nigga, please. And they went to the meeting. One white guy got shot, 5 black people got killed. And then the white townspeople went into the black town of Elaine, Arkansas, and just killed off everybody. So no one's been prosecuted for it. Again,
surprise.
This is not in your history books at all. But the massacre of Elaine, Arkansas, they want to call it a riot, but it wasn't a riot, it was a massacre, happened in 1919 on this date.
Whew. So many hidden tragedies that were done to our people. It's just sad, bro. And all you got to do is go to your local library and just look up, the history of your own state, and it'll make you sick, really, especially if you live in the South. Like, the shit they allowed legalized back in the early 1900s.
That's what they want. Again, that's what they mean by making
America. They want to forget that shit, man. Because they want to forget that, but the more we uncover, the madder they get. But the more we know, the more upset they don't want us to matter. Like, you know what I'm saying? It should be like, fuck Black Lives Matter. Black lives been mattering. Y'all just trying to make us not matter because y'all been hiding shit from us for so long. Now we know. We gotta just say the basic stuff for y'all to be like, okay, y'all matter. Y'all won't even say that. So
right.
What are we talking about today, man?
Well, when we last left, there, of course, the abortion issue that happened in Texas, the heartbeat thing, about 6 weeks. You can't
The
have an abortion.
abortion.
Yeah, the Texas heartbeat law.
Mm-hmm.
And my question was that why are women held accountable strictly for being pregnant versus a man? It's just like, I mean, like if we want to do it that way, it'll be like if a man uses condoms, right? He's killing a potential child because he's not preventing his sperm from getting to it. And this is what kind of like the heartbeat law is. Like they don't want to give us birth control because we're considered whores if we take it. But like all the onus of sex is on the female, and I'm wondering why men don't get the same heat of women. Like it takes two to tango. I can't get myself pregnant. It takes meeting of minds. So I'm asking you, what I guess what
What are you asking me, Joy?
I'm asking you, like, what punishment does a man get? Like, what happens to y'all? Like, because it's like everything is on us. If we can't get an abortion. The thing is, you're making us have a child that we can't take care of.
Let me explain to you, darling.
Okay.
Let me explain to you. Who writes all the laws of the land?
Y'all do.
Man.
Yeah.
So until that changes, I kind of don't really need to dive deeply into it. It's just like when somebody else of the opposite sex is telling you what you can do with your own body, then that's a conflict of interest right there. That's like a female, like you said, and telling a man, you know what I'm saying, you can't wear that condom, whether he want to or not, because you're going to kill kids, and I don't believe in killing kids. Like, huh? So, I mean, the logic in that one is a little more, it's not really there than it is and when you actually impregnate somebody, or you think you impregnated it, or you did impregnate it, but it's only to a certain point where the fetus turns into, you know what I'm saying, an egg and actually forms into a human body form. So at that point, they're trying to restrict you from even getting to the point where if just because it's got some kind of heartbeat, and that can be 6 weeks in, and most women are actively living their lives and don't know no clue of that one night stand or that boyfriend that came over for the weekend. He said he had it on, but he really didn't. You know what I'm saying? They don't be thinking about that until they can miss a period too. I found that out, so I'm educating myself. So go out there and educate yourself, man. That take a miss a period and it'd be like some normal shit. So that can factor in as well, and before you know it, you whole out pregnant and you don't like have no financial responsibility with this guy. You have no love connection. Like it was not that. Or it could be some force upon type shit.
Mm-hmm.
You was at a party and dude got you drunk and you woke up in his bed and he was gone. But you had sex because you women know, I guess. So
Yes.
no, sometimes they say they don't know or they don't remember. So I'm putting that out there. But so that's just saying until that change, until women are actually in power or actually writing some of these laws that these dumbass men are proposing, then it's gonna always be this way for women. Like when y'all just got the chance to vote like less than my grandma's age, like 70 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
When was women's right to vote? Shit.
1920 or something.
Yeah. So about around 70, 80 years ago.
So let me ask you a question. A lot of
Actually, that's
with this,
100 years. It was
yeah,
20.
I have no idea.
Yeah,
So
it was 20.
so it was
20,
like another reason why
1920.
they're saying they want this anti-abortion bill is to raise white birth rates because they're going down.
Oh yeah.
So it's like they have this great white replacement.
Brown and black planet.
Yeah, white. Well, there are more people of color on the planet than period. So it's kind of like what I feel is if like they want to still be in the majority, but there are a couple of things that happen with nature. A lot of their kids are intermarrying. They're not just marrying white men, and some of them are gay. They don't have kids, or some of them, they just don't want to have kids. They don't have kids. So it's like either you have the interracial thing going on with the kids and biracial, or you have just, we don't want to conceive. So like this whole, like if we force them to have these kids, then, our numbers will go up. But it doesn't necessarily work that way. And you have to, realize that, like, why wouldn't you want to be a minority?
Yeah.
Are they treated differently?
Exactly. Why are you fighting so hard to
for
not
nature,
be
the minority.
what you are anyway in
Right.
about 10 more years?
Right. So I I really believe that if we make men as responsible for pregnancy, it's just kind of like, I think what this bill also paints is that sex shouldn't be enjoyed, or you shouldn't enjoy having sex because this is a punishment for having sex. So it can be
Baby.
enjoyable, yeah, because like,
Yeah.
well, maybe if your ass would have just kept your legs closed, you wouldn't be pregnant,
Yeah.
right? But the fact is, like, every time I sleep with somebody, I'm not trying to be a mom. Actually, that's like
It's
the
a
last
human pleasure.
yeah,
We
like
all
that's
have it.
matter of fact.
Hello.
If I think about being a mom while I'm having sex, I would probably never have sex for the rest of my life. But that's not
That's
going through
like
my
a
head. Like, I'm serious. Like, I don't I use protection always because I already got two, and like co-parenting, I may need to send this book out to the asshole. but like, every time somebody engages in that, I'm sure every time you engage, you're like, I'm about to be a father. That was like the furthest thing from your mind.
Boy, yeah, I did not want to hear those words. I was trying to get in and get out. You feel me? You feels me?
I'm sure she did.
Yeah, she did. Like, and another thing, man. I mean, I heard this subject matter on Breakfast Club about the finger penis.
I don't know what that
It's
is.
a little penis, bro. Yo, these dudes are really upset out here with these itty bitty fighting machines. So
With finger penis.
they take it out on a females, or they only do one thing powerfully. Like the females are claiming, the guy he gives head real well.
Wait a minute, it's called the finger penis?
Yeah, yeah. Look it up.
I don't know.
It was on the Breakfast Club.
I don't want to do that.
But I'm just saying, if you ain't coming with it, then be humble, man. Stop telling these females, or stop hyping these females about, ooh, when I get you, girl, you know damn well. I can talk that talk because I've never heard no dissatisfaction. Holla at your boy. So, anyway, hey, man, just represent correctly. That's all I'm saying.
Advertising.
False advertising. Don't false advertise. You know what I'm saying?
But yeah, so
Hey.
with the abortion thing, I really think that people need to understand, like, there's more than just having a kid. You have to raise it. You have to want to love it. You have to take care of it. And if you're not feeling that, and if you don't want to feel
Well, you're not feeling that if you want to get an abortion.
Yeah, you
definitely
should,
not feeling that.
right. You should be allowed.
The point is, you shouldn't be allowed or told if you can get it at the time that's appropriate to get it. I mean, when's the appropriate time not to get it?
I mean, if it's a whole damn fetus.
Yeah, I mean, if you're 6 months pregnant.
Yeah, I mean, but there are times where a child is severely deformed, where parents decide to go ahead, and terminate. I understand that completely. But it's funny, y'all niggas want the choice not to wear a mask. You don't want the government telling that you have to wear a mask, right? But on the flip side, you're telling us that we have to have a whole child out here because it's the right thing to do.
And then when that child gets here,
you don't want to support it.
No. If he's of color, or you definitely don't want to support it.
You don't want to give it food stamps.
And then all of a sudden you're afraid of him. Now he's of age. Now you want to shoot him.
Like you love the fetus. You want the fetus, but you hate the child. So it's like you don't want to give money for child care. You don't want to get extra money.
3.5.
That's what it is. So it's like you can't have it both ways. You can't say the government can't tell me to wear a mask, but the government can't force me to have a child. This is my body. This is, and the thing is, actually, this goes back to slavery. Yeah. Making black women have children so you can have more money for your property. Yeah. So a lot of black women during slavery, either they killed their baby because they did not want them to be slaves, or they had ways to abort it. So this is also coming out of slavery because black women were forced to have children that they did not want. So now we, in full term, are doing the same thing, but instead of black women being forced to have kids, y'all want white women to have it, so your population can go up. So it's like, this is what happens. This is karma.
Well, the karma is also they're gonna have more interracial kids in the family, so you can stop it. But Sarah's gonna bring Kenneth and Tyrone over. Yeah, be like, we're a 3-parent family. Like, huh? So when she got 2 of them going there at the same time, just remember that. You ain't want no abortion, okay?
2 of them, and it happens more often than not.
It's not a laughing matter, man, but it is sad that men are trying to tell women what to do with their bodies. It's just real crazy. I mean, yeah, the only person you really should have control over that's not a human is your dog. You kind of have to train your
And
dog.
actually, dogs have more rights than
Yeah, exactly. They
black women.
definitely do.
You know, people get really
You
sensitive.
abandon a dog if you want to. They gonna try
They're
to.
gonna cut your damn
They
leg
gonna
off.
find you, boy.
Yeah,
Especially if you did something horrific.
Mike.
And, yeah.
Vick.
All right. What else we got? What you got? Joy and pain. You got some joy and pain?
Yeah. So my joy is my nephew was born. I'm glad to see you, little man. I can't wait to hold you. We're going into the MLB playoffs.
Hey.
So like these guys,
That's why I wear it every day.
these guys are doing,
Champs.
and I love your shirt by the way,
Come
Foxy
on, man.
Brown.
Come
Like
with
that's
that. Come with
bring
that.
it, bring
Come
it.
with that drip.
Um,
The drip.
Melvin Bam Bam Peoples died.
Oh
Not
yeah.
Melvin. Is it Melvin? Yeah, Melvin.
Yeah.
Yeah, he died.
Yeah.
Rest in peace. He gave
Tell
us.
them. Tell the people who that is. They
He
do
was
not
like
know.
one of like. He was. I ain't gonna call him Tyler Perry today because he didn't really do Tyler Perry movies, but he was like one of the first real black directors back in the 60s and 70s, black exploitation um, time period. So go check him out. His son also directs movies. I can't think of it. Mario Van Peebles directs.
Yeah.
So my joy is, the Dodgers are doing it. My nephew was born. I'm completely better. We're going into the fall. This hot ass weather is starting to disperse. So
I hate that, man. I love heat. I love the heat, bro.
So we're going into the fall season.
Fat season.
Hey, y'all still work out. Like seriously,
I'm gonna keep it up.
Get into the gym. And congratulations to Mr. Boss right here. He is the owner of his own business, and that's what we strive to be: is our own bosses. All right.
Yes,
so that is and shout out to Mr. Bowtie. We miss you, man. Hopefully we get to see you.
Man, keep it going,
Yeah, man.
Give us a holler from time to time,
Yeah,
bro. Dang.
Don't
I'm
abandon.
gonna start roasting your ass if you don't start saying something high or something.
And he will.
I'll let your boy.
He will.
Yeah.
What's the real spill from a G?
All right. I'm talking to my young men out there, and when I say young men, I'm saying anybody that can go out there and get a job. Look, man, your last name is a representation of your family. And then your reputation after that is your actions that you build for each situation you get in, whether it be job or friendship, whatever you're being judged for. And that's how you build character and integrity and all those other things that build you as a man. If you get a job and then you don't like who the boss is, so you quit, or you get a job and you need to go home real quick and get something that you forgot and the job didn't give you authorization to do that, then they're going to fire you. If you get a job and it's a trade and you can learn for the future of your financial well-being and you get into it or you don't like the way the guy who's training you, who's trying to make sure you feed your family for the future, he's trying to actually give you the information and you're too busy on your cell phone looking at TikTok or some other dumb shit, you're not doing your actual job, man, just look in the mirror. I want y'all to stop blaming everybody about why you can't handle shit and why you can't take care of your priorities, why you can't keep a job. And this is for all my 18 to 35-year-olds because y'all niggas is kids way up there now. Like kids are not just like 18-year-olds. It's like 18 times 2, which is
36.
exactly. So I said 35. So y'all should be way past that point at 35. But y'all are not. So please build your reputation. You don't want to get 40, 38, 39. You just now like getting your driver's license or you finally getting off probation. Like, come on, man. We gotta do better as black men out here, leaving a better situation for our family. Everybody got kids now. They know more NBA YoungBoy songs than they know their own history of their own people. So let's switch that out. You know what I'm saying? Give them 20% NBA and 80%, Mary McLeod Bethune. You feel me? So I just want us to look like men. Y'all want to act like men, but y'all ain't looking like men. You feel me? And it ain't really a look thing; it's an action thing. So take action for your own situation and build better decisions out here in these streets. Real spill.
This is really good, man.
All right, till next time. We'll have a co-host, or maybe, Zay. He said he want to come. I had another little homie. He a rapper. This boy Ray Marto. He be killing it, bro. And I might have him on here, so we're gonna give him a hurry up and go. Push to come on here and give to the people what he want to say to them, because I'm gonna ask some real questions, like an interview. So, till next time, 2 Live Show. We showing up. Show up again. We love you guys. Subscribe. Tell a friend. Tell another friend. Till next time. Peace.
Peace.